I like fresh. Hey everyone, 2018, Unit 4, Test Review, FRQ 1. Are you ready? Here we go. Read the question. The graph given to the right is the graph of the derivative. You should label it. Even though it's here, you should label it here because it can be confusing. Yes? So this is the derivative. Use the graph to answer the questions below. On the interval from 0 to 8, are there any values where f is not differentiable? Are there any values where f is not differentiable? Give a reason for your answer. So f would be not differentiable when f prime doesn't exist. So does f prime exist everywhere from 0 to 8? Are there any points where the derivative does not exist? So I'm saying lots of nots, but since there's a point everywhere from 0 to 8, f is differentiable everywhere. Okay, so let's answer correctly. On the interval, are there any values? Okay, so no, f prime exists for all x in the interval from 0 to 8. So f is differentiable everywhere because this is the derivative. Differentiable on the interval 0 to 8. Don't worry about my brackets and parentheses, it's okay. Okay, B. On what intervals is the second derivative greater than 0 and then less than 0? Give reasons for your answer. Okay, so the second derivative will be greater than 0 when what happens? Which happens on these intervals. And the second derivative will be less than 0 when this fact is true, which happens on these intervals. Okay, the second derivative will be positive when what is true about f prime. So when f prime is increasing or a positive slope. So where does f prime have a positive slope? So we start at, and we're only looking at x values, so it looks like from 0 to 2, 0 to 2, and where else? 6 to 8. I agree. So the second derivative will be positive when the first derivative is increasing. Deal. Next. Here we go. The second derivative will be negative when what fact is true? This comes from your brain. F prime is decreasing or a negative slope, which occurs from 2 to 5. Anywhere else? No. Fantastic. C. At what values of x does the graph of f have a horizontal tangent line? This test, you're going to see the phrase horizontal tangent line more than any other test. So you need to know what that means. Horizontal tangent line means what fact? The derivative equals 0. Okay? This occurs at x equals what? Where is the derivative? This is the derivative. Where is this equal to 0? At 4 and where else? 7. So that's where f would have a horizontal tangent line. F has a horizontal tangent line when the derivative equals 0, which occurs at 4 and 7. Okay? That's why you did that all in advanced algebra, algebra 2, math 3, whatever the heck it's called. You know how many times we found zeros? So many times. And now we're using it here in calculus, okay? Why are we learning it here? You learn that on Friday. Okay, what happens when the derivative equals 0? The velocity stops, the particle's at rest, things like that. Okay, we're going to get into some physics next. All right, what is the value of f double prime of 4? What does f double prime, what does that mean? Derivative of the derivative, right? And so we want to know what is the slope of f prime when x equals 4. Slope of f prime when x equals 4. Isn't f prime, isn't this a line? So can we find the slope of that line? Okay, I have a question. Is the slope of this line the same for all these numbers? Yeah, so anywhere on here it could say 2.5, 3.1, 4.05. How do you find the slope of a line if you're given 2 points? So you can either count, or you can do that y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I think we can count, yeah, rise over run. Let's go down. How many are we going down? We're up here at 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the slope will be -6 over, and then over to the right, how many? 1, 2, 3. So the slope is -2. All right. What about E? Same thing, yeah? Okay, so the slope of f prime when x is 8. Okay, do we have a point on the other side of 8? No, so what we're going to say f double prime of 8 is undefined. Because here's a real fancy, you know, what you're going to say in your head is there's nothing on the other side, or we don't know what's happening on the other side, but here's a real fancy math way to say it. Because, you ready? The limit as x approaches 8 from the right-hand side of f prime does not exist. We don't know what's happening on the right. Okay, last one. I love problems like this. When there's a function inside another function, it's a lot of fun. What is the equation of the tangent line to the graph of g? So what do we need for the equation of the tangent line? We need a point and a slope. What do you want to find first? Okay, I just want to say, don't think you have a point, because look, it says f of 2 is -3, but is that the point we need? Why not? We need the point at G, and it gives us the point at F, okay? But we'll get to it. All right, ready? Slope. How do we find the slope? What's step 1? Derivative. Here we go. What rule do we need to use for this derivative? Product rule. So we're going to go F, but F is, sorry about my watch is going off. Okay, hold on. F, G prime. Now G is actually F. Is that confusing? Yep, it should be. So we could say the first times the derivative of the second, F prime, plus the second times the derivative of the first. So what's the derivative of e to the 2x, or e to the u? E to the 2x times 2, or 2e to the 2x is how we write it. And what x value are we plugging in? 2. Here we go. G prime of 2 everywhere you see an x, you plug in 2. Okay. E to the 2 times 2, we're going to rewrite that as e to the 4 times f prime of 2. Where are we going to get this value from? The graph, because don't we have a graph of f prime? So what is f prime of 2 equals what number? 4, because all of these points are derivatives. So we're going to replace f prime of 2 with the number 4. Okay, f of 2. Were we given the graph of f to look at? No, but they had to give us this answer. Where is this located? In the question. So we have -3 times 2e to the 4. Okay, we don't turn this into decimal, we leave it as is, but we just try and clean it up as much as possible. So this would be 4e to the 4, and then what's -3 times 2? So 4e to the 4 minus 6e to the 4. Aren't these like terms? So we can combine them. 4 minus 6, -2, e to the 4. And that's our slope. Okay, what else do we need? We need a point. So here we go. We're going to find the point, and it's the point of g. So we need g of 2. G of 2. We just plug in 2 everywhere for the original function g. G2, and we kind of already found that. E to the 4 times f of 2. Okay, so here is g. Wherever there's an x, you replace x with 2. So g of 2, e to the 2 times 2, and then this said f of x, and it now says f of 2. We took the x out and replaced the 2. Now, what is f of 2? F of 2 equals the number -3. That was given in the question. All right, so our y value, our x value is 2 and the y value is -3 e to the 4. I organize my work. Anytime we do a tangent line, label, label, label. Here's my slope work, here's my point work, here's my line. Okay, so the line will be like this. You ready? This is in my way. I'll write this out. Footers. Who reads footers anyways? Okay, y minus y1 times the slope. I hate weak paper, like that moves. You have to hold your hand down, but at least my nails look pretty. Okay, x minus 2. Okay, and these were the two things we had to find. So what's the y value? The y value is -3 e to the 4. So we're going to make this positive 3e to the 4. And what goes right here? Our slope. And that's it. You don't have to solve for y, you guys. You leave it like that. You're done like that. Okay? Good job.